What is good, guys? What is good, guys? Daniel Savage here. Anyways, welcome to the part 2. As you guys can see right here in the center, we have added another SMA. What SMA will that be? It will be the 8. So currently we are using the 50 SMA and the 8 SMA. So I do recommend these kind of more for beginners, more than anything, because it's also beginners and kind of more of advanced when you put these two together. So let me explain to you what happens when you run two of these at the same time. What you have to look for. So sometimes you guys will see price like this. Oops. You guys will see price, doing what it's got to do. And whatever. Boom. So normally what you have, that's probably, I can't draw candles. This is way sooner. Just put it this way. It went up, went down, went up again, went back here, went up. So normally what you'll have is you'll have moving averages. And sometimes these moving averages will kind of tell you, hey, look, are we switching the trend? And it's called the EMA SMA crossover. So normally, as you guys can see here, let's say, for example, we would have, let's say we had the 50 SMA. Remember, the 50 SMA is what lets us know price is bullish. And then you will have it go like this. And then what you'll have under here most of the time is the other moving average. And then you'll see them cross over. So basically the SMA crossover kind of makes you realize, hey, look, the trend is changing. It's switching. It went from bearish to bullish instantly. And you'll see that they have a crossover. So that's what you are looking for when you guys are putting them together, the crossover. So let's kind of clean this up a little bit. Actually, where it's at the bottom. So I'm going to show you an example. As you guys can see here, what do we have here? This is the 15-minute chart, but it's just a good example. What do you have here? We have the SMA crossover. Now let's go to the 30-minute. Remember, we're always looking at all our time frames together. As you can see, it crossed very aggressively on the 30-minute also. And this kind of is like a little ripple effect just due to the fact that this push right here kind of made new higher highs. So if you guys would run your Fibonacci from here to here, you'll notice that we were in the golden zone and rejected 764, but we're not worried about that setup right now. We're kind of worried on the crossover. So look at this. Notice how on the 30-minute, when price decided to cross over this blue moving average over the red one, it showed that the trend is now officially more bullish than it was previously. Because as you guys can see here, we had a nice little downtrend. We had a cross over. The 50 crossed over the blue one, the red over the blue one, just to make it more simple. And then again, it did a side channel as it didn't break through support and then just decided to go up and reverse. And as you guys can see, we had this nice little downtrend within this nice little Fibonacci that I'm going to show you. And it respected, broke under, and then it respected this 50 moving average. And notice how right now we're about to create a Fibonacci play. So look at this. We created a new high right here. Even though that this high didn't go over this one, it went over this one, and at the end of the day, our trend is still bullish. Remember, we made new higher highs on the higher time frame. So what are we doing? We went to our smaller time frame to get the best entry. If we didn't like this entry, I would have entered here after this candle, and I would have re-entered here as well, depending how aggressive I want to treat this. So on the 15-minute, you'll notice that price did create new higher highs on this new moving average crossover, showing that we're still very bullish now. We went from bearish to bullish real quick, and boom. Notice how price starts to side channel a little bit, which is very normal, and then boom. Notice how it just started to wick up. And as you guys can see, take prop forward was hit. And then you see that we have aggressively our EMAs changing all over again. So going here to the 30-minute, you'll notice that price is trading above the 50 SMA. And then you'll see how many times we try to break through and then we respect it, giving us confluence and confidence that, hey, look, our price is being respected as a bullish environment right now. So look at this. Look at that, boom. We came back, we tested it once, two again, and then we became bullish. And then after that, we just shot up. And look at that. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Let's just see how the rest of this plays out. Nice, right? Now we start trading above this moving average, and as you guys can see, we're very well respecting it for, you know, continuation to the bullish side. Notice how the 50 SMA still was like nowhere near. It's because it was still very strong on the bullish environment. So let me give you another example here. Okay, here we got GJ, one of my favorite pairs. Actually, let's go to GU, just because I had like a little setup here for you guys that looked a little bit more cleaner. This is the 30-minute. So let's go to the 15-minute right here. So notice how the EMAs cross as we are becoming bullish. And boom. Look at this. Look at this. Beautiful. In the golden zone, we had the EMA cross, came back down, and boom, it touched our moving averages and respected it and continued to the upside. And as you guys can see, price very well respected this moving average after the crossover, after creating new higher highs. So this kind of gave me a little bit more confidence. Like, hey, look, yeah, you know, I should have no problem winning this trade. You know, and as you guys can see, price started to range a little bit, which is very normal because of Good Friday. There's really no movement. And then, boom. Now it started to consolidate. Look at that. Price started to consolidate. But as you guys can see, we had our moving average after the crossover very well protect us right there. It had our back on this one. But on the 30-minute, it crossed all the way over here because on the higher time frame, as you guys can't see it, but you can see it on the lower time frame. Draw Fibonacci from here to here. Golden zone wick. Clean that up a little bit. Golden zone, beautifully touched. Go to the 30-minute because it was a 1 hour long. And then you'll notice that price is very well respecting it. And as you guys can see as well, we do have an aggressive crossover. Blue moving average trading over the red one, the bullish one over the bearish one. Let's go to the 15-minute. Let's see what it looks like. Boom. And as you guys can see, this was our 1 hour long. Then on the 30-minute, it showed us that our moving averages crossed into our golden zone. So this was a nice clean entry. If you didn't like that entry, you could have went to the smaller time frames to catch the pullback if it had a pullback. Keep in mind, guys, you won't always have a pullback. From lower low to higher high, boom. And as you guys can see, beautiful 618 trading above our red moving average after the crossover for continuation to the upside. Boom. Look at that. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So like I said, guys, the moving averages, we don't really depend on them, but they're really cool to have sometimes. And, you know, they're there to kind of help you out. Like, hey, look, oh, okay, cool. Maybe another little form of confidence. You know, a lot of people don't like to use moving averages because they like to have their charts clean. But this is the one that I very well recommend for everybody who actually desperately wants to depend on the moving averages. If you want to really depend on the moving averages, I recommend the SMA 8 and the SMA 50. So I do recommend those if you guys desperately want to have them in confluence, because as you guys can see with these two little nice examples that, hey, look, man, it's this cool to have. You know what I'm saying? It's cool to have. You know, let's say we would have drew our fibs here and, you know, be a little bit more aggressive. You know what I'm saying? After 764 rejection, if we didn't have the SMA here, we would have been like, oh, wait, no, so this isn't looking too well. But, you know, hey, look, man, on top of the fact that we have a form of resistance here that's being very well respected with our moving averages, that's two forms of resistance. Now a support. So that's two forms of support right there in your favor. And then boom, as you guys can see with the aggressive crossover showing us that our environment just changed from bearish to bullish for continuation on this 1 hour long. Hey, look, man, that moving average right there kind of helped you out in a little bit of sense of like, oh, okay, you know what? We're good. So anyways, guys, you know, this section, I won't make it long just due to the fact that, you know, it's very simple. It's as you guys can see, it's very well thoroughly explained the fact that, hey, look, man, these moving averages, we don't depend on them, but they're sometimes cool to have due to the fact that if we're not feeling so confident in this trade anymore, at least we have another form of support and resistance there to help us out. So anyways, guys, thank you guys for watching this video. Make sure to watch them a few times until it starts to click. Take mad notes. If you guys want to find the indicators, all you got to go is to the indicators. You go to the moving average, and then you'll see, well, I have it already built in, and then it's right there, moving average. And then it'll show up right here, and then you guys should be good to go. And then you guys click on here, and then you'll see that, boom, it'll show you 10 SMAs. And then, boom, you just edit them. Wait, hold up. You just edit them out, go to the styles, you put the top 8, second 150 styles, and then you clear out these, exit them off, because then they'll show up. Because it'll show you a whole bunch of them. So all you got to do is just play with these colors. Make this one blue, make this one red. And boom, you're good to go. Thank you guys for watching. See you in the next one.